If you've considered trying GLP-1 medications like Ozempic or Mounjaro, chances are you've heard things like, it's dangerous, or you'll get sick. Maybe even it causes cancer. Today we're cutting through the noise and unpacking the facts about GLP-1s. What's real, what's not, and how to use these medications safely if they're right for you. All right, everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Weight Loss War podcast. I'm your host, Trevor, and as usual, we're going to start off with a quote. Today's is something I read from Eleanor Roosevelt, and she said, "Courage is more exhilarating than fear, and in the long run, it is easier. We do not have to become heroes overnight, just one step at a time, meeting each thing that comes up, seeing it is not as dreadful as it appeared, discovering we have the strength to stare it down." All right, everyone, let's jump right into it. Today we're talking about GLP-1s. And, let's be honest, when it comes to weight loss medications, fear and misinformation are everywhere. People worry that these medications will get you sick, that it's unsafe, that there will be long-term consequences, or that you will become dependent. And these fears are understandable, especially with how quickly these drugs have grown in popularity. But just because they're new to you doesn't mean they're new to medicine or that they are inherently dangerous. So let's talk about some of the myths. The first myth is that GLP-1s are dangerous. And the reality is, every medication that we take will have risks. But GLP-1s have gone through years of clinical trials and FDA-approved processes. For most people, they're considered safe when they are prescribed appropriately. Myth number 2 is that they cause cancer. The reality is that this myth stems from early rodent studies that showed a possible link to thyroid tumors. However, no human studies have confirmed this, and the FDA considers this as a theoretical, very low risk for people. But it's something that doctors are aware of. And if you have had a goodness gracious, everyone, if you've had a history of thyroid problems, bring it up with your doctor so that they can determine if it is up for you or if it is appropriate for you. But as said, it is very low risk for most people. Myth number 3 is that you'll get violently sick. And the reality is that some people do experience nausea or digestive discomfort when starting GLP-1s. But typically, these effects are very mild, they're temporary, and they're manageable with gradual dosing and proper support. Generally speaking, from our experience, very few people experience very, very debilitating side effects. Most people will have some nausea or, either constipation or diarrhea. They go away. We start on a smaller dose and ramp people up. We titrate people up very slowly so that you don't have this issue. And most people find that it is very manageable. But let's talk about the side effects, because there can be some side effects. Like we said, mild nausea or an upset stomach, especially in the first few weeks. Slower digestion. What it does is it slows your gastric emptying, meaning the food is in your stomach longer, so that makes complete sense. Some people have fatigue or headaches, and really, if you are getting enough protein and trying to be active, the fatigue isn't really that big of a deal, in my experience and in my patient's experience. And there are, though, some serious complications like pancreatitis or gallbladder issues. Those are possible, but they are extremely rare. And that's why you are starting these under medical supervision and staying in communication with your provider. Your provider should ask if you have any history of pancreatic cancer or if you have any gallbladder issues before you start, because that is an indication that these might not be for you. The thing that we need to remember is that these are not new medications. There have been long-term trials that support GLP-1s as safe and effective for weight loss and blood sugar control. Now, these medications have been around for a long time. I'm not sure the exact time frame, but they were developed for type 2 diabetes, and their benefits for metabolic health are well documented. The FDA and endocrinology societies, of course, they continue to monitor and update guidelines as new data emerges. But overall, the consensus is that when prescribed appropriately, GLP 1s are safe. But just like for anything, they're not for everyone, but they're far from a dangerous drug and don't really deserve to be villainized. But just, you know, to make sure that we are covering all of our bases, these are the things that we recommend people do while they are on GLP 1s, or if they are thinking about them, to make sure they are taking them appropriately. And the first, of course, should be obvious: work with a qualified medical provider. You need a prescription to even get these medications. So, working with a medical provider is essential, and frankly, you should be doing that anyway. But then we start slow and we follow the recommended dosing titration. We need to make sure that you're staying hydrated, you're eating smaller, more frequent meals, and that you're getting all of the plenty of protein. If anything comes up, you should report it immediately if you're having anything other than the side effects that your doctor talks about or that we have talked about. And then don't skip the follow-up appointments with your doctor. Your doctor or your provider is going to monitor how your body is responding and make sure that things are going according to plan. So that's it, everyone. The takeaway is GLP-1s are not a miracle. They're not a monster. They are a tool. And like any tool, they need to be used properly and responsibly. So if you have any more questions about the safety or the dosage or how to start, let us know. I am more than happy to talk to anyone, not just people in Utah. If you have questions, give us a call. We will answer any questions that you have here at our clinic. You can email me, trevor@ultimatemedicalweightloss.com. I am happy to go through anything and everything to make sure that they are right for you and that all of your questions are answered, as should any weight loss clinic or any professional provider that is serious about helping people. So I hope this is helpful. I hope this has cleared some things up for you. If you have any questions, if you have anything that you would like me to discuss, let me know. Leave a comment, share this episode, subscribe. It really does help. And I will see you all next time.